Good morning, guys. It's Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. I just sent out a text letting you guys know I was getting ready to go live. So if you didn't get that, you can get them by texting me here. Today, we're going to be doing something a little different than painting. We're going to be looking at a bunch of awesome paintings that our Clubhouse members have created over the last month. This is called the July Painters Clubhouse Showcase. So essentially, it's my opportunity to show and tell all of the amazing things that our members have created inside the group and to give you a sneak peek of what we're going to be doing next month in the Clubhouse. So if you've been hearing things about PC Sisters or hearing the words Painters Clubhouse and you're new around here and you don't know what that is, this is your chance to kind of hear what the Painters Clubhouse is all about, see what we create each month, and kind of figure out if it might be the right fit for you if you need a community to encourage you along your painting journey. So I'm going to start by bringing up some slides on the screen. Let me get back to my slide number 1. I don't want to start with slide number 15. We got to start with slide number 1. So as you come in here, please drop a quick comment and let me know who's watching and who's here with me today. Like I said, this is our July showcase. So you're going to see what tutorials we taught this month, what our members did with them, and you'll be inspired along the way because it is always so neat for me to see like all the different ways somebody painted one design. And if you didn't know, inside the Painters Clubhouse, we have over 100 different designs to choose from. Each one comes with a tutorial and a template to use. And so we teach you how to use those templates and how to paint these designs. And you're going to learn all kinds of different techniques. There's all of our PC sisters. It always takes a minute for the comments to start rolling in. Hey, Amy. Hi, Lisa, Vicky, Linda, and Lori. How are you guys? Good afternoon, Dixie. How are you? So let's get started with our showcase. So this month, we remixed an old design. That's something we do almost every month. We take an old design, make it new again. So I took the sunflower, which has been in the Clubhouse a long, long time, and I changed it up a little bit. I made the circle in the center of the sunflower a little smaller, and I used a stencil on the center part of that sunflower, and it turned out so cool. And then we added just a pop of turquoise to kind of make those colors really shine with each other. And so you guys learned some stenciling techniques. I'll show you the stencil we used. It's hard to see in that photo, but this is what it looks like. This is the stencil we used right in the middle of that sunflower. It really kind of reminded me of the kind of pattern you see in sunflower seeds. And so that's why I picked it. And I think a lot of our ladies really enjoyed it. There's everybody. Hi, Pam. Hi, Christy. Hey, Linda. Hey, Tara and Melinda. Thank y'all for saying hello in the comments. I appreciate y'all being here. In the middle there is our floral quilt block. And so I taught that one this past month, and I've got it hanging up here behind me. And for some reason here on Facebook, like, is it just me or do the colors right there look black? They're actually navy, and they're much more vibrant than I think they're appearing in this on this video. But this is going to be hanging up in my sunroom. I did it to sort of to match the colors in the rug in there. And so I taught you guys how to paint that in the Clubhouse and shared some tips for getting the nice straight lines using the painter's tape and things like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Pam says, can you please repeat the name of the wood glue? Oh, so the glue that we used on that project in the Clubhouse is called Stick Fast. It's in my Amazon favorites, I believe. Stick Fast. That's what we used to glue the center of that sunflower down, because that sunflower piece was actually a 3-dimensional circle that we glued down in the middle of the sunflower. Oh, they do look navy? Okay. For some reason on my computer screen, the one hanging behind me, they look almost black. So I don't know. It's the coloring probably on my laptop. I probably need to bring the brightness level up a bit. Okay, and then we always have a guest instructor in our Clubhouse every month. And so Miss Casey Hope from Pizzazz Art Studio joined us and taught a kids project. Now, I'd be lying if I said this was just for kids because I want to paint that little puppy too. It's pretty cute. And Casey teaches in such a simple way that anybody can follow along. Kid, adult, doesn't matter. And she did such a great job teaching us how to paint this cute little pumpkin pup. We sent out 18-inch pumpkin pups, and we also sent out 8-inch pumpkin pups to some of our members who bought our companion packs this month. And so you might see different sizes of this project as we go through our customer photos. Hey, Amy, watching from Salt Lake. Hey, Michelle. Hi, Sheila. Laura says she's working on a barn quilt. Okay, awesome. Is it this one, Laura, or is it a different one? We've sold lots of barn quilts over the last few days. Let's take a look at some of the ones our Clubhouse members have created. So you guys can see this is the same pattern on all of them. It's the same one that I taught. This is called the Floral Burst Quilt Block. The template to this one is exclusive to our Painters Clubhouse right now. The wood blank to this one, I believe, is available in the shop if you want to get the wood blank, though. Donna chose some monotone blues to use with hers, which I think turned out really pretty. It looks like 3 or maybe 4 shades of blue. And then she did a really soft yellow. And she said, I did it just in time for my mother's 80th birthday. I bet she loved it. Nicole Rogers used some really bright, fun colors and added a touch of purple to hers, or lavender. And then Jacqueline Young looks like she did hers exactly like my photo. And then Linda did hers exactly like mine, except for where I used navy, she used black, which was the way I originally painted the one that I did for my mother's barn. So if y'all didn't know, I painted a 6 foot by 6 foot size of one of these, and it's hanging on the barn in front of my mother's home. And it's more colored like the one that Linda did there. Lisa used her Procreate app and played around with the template to a couple of quilt blocks and chose colors for the different designs. So if you're thinking about doing a quilt block and you're a little intimidated about picking the colors and the pattern and stuff like that, try pulling it into Procreate like Lisa did. That's a great idea. It's a great way for you to kind of change up the color scheme and play with it before you actually paint it. It's a lot easier to do it that way than it is to change it up once you've painted something and you're like, I don't like the way these colors look together. And then Lisa Howell ended up picking one of the designs that she came up with on Procreate and painted it in person and used this really beautiful color combination. She said, I have a love-hate with the color strawberry. So yeah, Lisa, that strawberry color from Deco Art has a lot of transparency to it. So it's a beautiful color, but it is very frustrating to paint with if you're trying to get a really opaque coverage. But great job on your quilt block. Laura said, Dalton and I are hosting his girlfriend and her mom to a paint party, and we're going to paint the pumpkin pup. My colors are red, gray, black, and white. I can't wait to see how those turn out, Laura, and I hope you'll have a great paint party. That's going to be fun. So here's a look at all of our little pumpkin pups that we painted with Miss Casey. Hannah Matthews did one, so did Judy Ditch. And Linda Helser actually cut hers out using her brand new jigsaw. So Linda was sharing in the Clubhouse that she's been using the same scroll saw for years. It was one that was kind of like a hand-me-down. I think it did belong to her brothers or something like that. Well, she recently got a new one, and she got the right kind of blades. And she said, on Tuesday, I cut out my pumpkin pup with the all in one cut. She said, I was able to change directions and keep going. I jokingly told my husband that I was surprised he didn't have to come down and resuscitate me. I was holding my breath the whole time. I am so happy for you, Linda, that you've figured this out and that you've gotten really good at using that scroll saw. It makes all the difference, because once you figure out how to use a hand tool like a scroll saw or a jigsaw or something like that, it opens up a world of possibilities of what you can paint next, because you can cut out any shape you want. Let's see. Lori Emmerd painted the design that we taught in the Clubhouse back in June. This was a tutorial by Ashley Richards. It was called Welcome Blooms. And so you could paint those flowers any colors you like to match your decor, but she added a little touch of buffalo plaid in the background, a little bit of distressing on the welcome part. I really like that. And then I think she ended up donating this one for a local pet charity for a silent auction item. That's awesome. Hey, Beverly. Let's see. Wanda Hillman or Hillman. I'm never sure how to say your last name, Wanda. I'm sorry. She came in here with a custom order, and she did the buffalo check for the first time. And I think she did a great job. So we've got a couple of tutorials on how to do that buffalo plaid pattern in the Clubhouse. And so she followed along with that, and it turned out lovely. Now that gnome is all her own design. She came up, that is not one of our Clubhouse designs, but she incorporated it beautifully with the buffalo plaid. And then some of our ladies, Miss Ashley Brumbelow and Sarah Hastings, got around to painting our composition notebooks that we painted in the Clubhouse back in April, or I think it was April. And so these make great back to school teacher gifts. And then I see Ashley has also painted some designs that she got in her mystery box or her big box of blanks, like the sandcastle and that cute little welcome truck. And then Rhonda Cox painted the watermelon welcome. So this is one that we remixed in, I think it was in June. And so she did hers even different than I did mine by adding a touch of pink in the background, which is really pretty. Miss Beavers has been really busy painting all of the different Highland cows that we had in our workshop last spring. So if you remember in the spring, we did Lola that you see Sarah has painted down there at the bottom. And then Lola had a herd of other cows that follow her around for all the different seasons. And so we've had Una and Sarah Rowlands and different people all over the last several months have been posting the different cows that they've been painting. So here's a look at the Christmas one, the winter one, and the patriotic one, Jed. And Una said that she posted Jed to her Facebook page, and guess what? He sold within 10 minutes. That's fantastic. So these cows are still popular, you guys. But coming up soon, we've got chickens to paint. So if you enjoyed the cows, you'll love the chicken too. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Miss Linda painted Jed the Patriot and the welcome blooms up there at the top right also. And then on this page, we've got some sunflowers. So Lisa Howell did the sunflowers in a milk can. This was one of our big box of blanks designs, and she painted it. And she did the center part of the sunflowers in a more realistic fashion. She didn't learn that from me, y'all. She already knew how to do that. And so we were like, how did you do that, Lisa? And Lisa graciously went live in the Clubhouse and showed in just a matter of like a minute and a half how she created the center of those sunflowers. And y'all, it was way easier than I thought it would be. She did such a good job with that. So thank you for sharing that. So I just love how our Clubhouse, if somebody knows how to do something, they are always so generous to like pop in and show us how they did it and to kind of share their knowledge with the group. So it's not just me that you would learn from in the Clubhouse, it's other members as well. And Miss Pam Savage has been painting flowers on denim jackets. I love the little dragonflies she incorporated in this one also. Great job, Miss Pam. Sheenan says, I work for an egg production company and can't wait for the chickens. I think we have a lot of people who are chicken crazy and ready for this chicken fall door hanger. Hey, Miss Jerry. Hey, Kathy. Okay, some other wins in the Clubhouse. Now, these are not necessarily Clubhouse designs, but we love to show off any designs that our Clubhouse members create, whether they are Clubhouse designs or not. Tammy Langley shared this beautiful Amazing Grace church with the flowers on it. That is just gorgeous. Wendy Sternadel shared this picket fence design with a little, I think that's probably a dragonfly landing on the picket fence and some roses. And then Becca Williams took our welcome blooms design and added her own touches to it by adding some more greenery around the edges. Melinda Foster painted the big box of blanks, sunflowers in a milk can. She's got hers hanging on the door there. Tammy Polk did a sign for some twin babies. So we've got Finn and Finley. And so one is a boy fox and the other one is a girl fox. That's so sweet. That would look so cute hanging on individual cribs. Gina Peoples painted lots of things on wood rounds lately and incorporated lots of different elements. That little elephant design that she did, I believe she designed that in the club or in the Procreate app first and then created that on a door hanger. And then Brandy Joe has been working on designs for a baby. This one, I believe, is reversible. So on one side, it says, shh, baby sleeping. And then on the other side, it's got roses and flowers, and it has the baby's birth information on it. Hey, Una, we just showed off something that you had painted a moment ago. Glad you're here. Lauren said, I'm excited for the chickens. We have 34 and we also have goats. Lauren, goats are something I've been wanting to, but I'm a little nervous about being able to take care of goats. Chickens are easy. I'm like, I don't know. Goats get out of the pen and you got to catch them. I don't know that we want to get into all that. Thank y'all for being here. Okay, so let's look at some more Clubhouse wins. Vicki Cates painted another composition notebook, but it looks like she did this one in green and yellow themes. And she did it to match, she said it's for a high school advanced math teacher. So it's painted in the school colors. I like that. Great job. Melanie Johnson did the little It's a Good Day to Have a Great Day design that was in our Clubhouse, or not our Clubhouse, our big box of blanks bonus. And then she also got a mystery box item, which is that cute little love with the pencils and the apple. That's one of the designs we sell in our shop. Only she got the miniature version of it. I think this is probably 4 or 6 inches. And so she painted that. Wouldn't that look super cute? Like hanging on, I was thinking like the badge reels. It might be a little too big for a badge reel, but it could be really cute on lots of little things sitting on a teacher's desk. Denise White did the school supplies design, and she made part of it into a chalkboard. That is so cool. She's also painted a rooster. She did the mama hen and chicks design that's in the clubhouse and a magnolia. Lauren, I keep telling my kids that goats would be really good, like little side hustle if they had some goats and like a little horse trailer. They could take those goats to people's yard and rent the goats out to eat people's weeds. And they just looked at me like, Mom, that is the dumbest idea ever. And I'm like, no, it's a brilliant business venture. Nobody in this area is doing it. I see entrepreneurial ideas everywhere I look. I can't help it. Let's see. Miranda Pitts set up at a local boutique to sell some products. So I don't know if y'all have ever considered doing this before, but it's a great way to kind of get your product out in the community and to sell a few pieces. And it helps out your local boutique because you can work out a deal where they make a commission off of each one of your door hangers sold. It provides more products for them to sell in their boutique, and it's just kind of a win-win. So I love that she did that. Robin Whitmarsh took on a challenge of doing a Batman door hanger, and the customer requested cow print and Batman. And I'm like, cow print and Batman, those two things don't feel like they go together. So it's not your everyday order, she said, but my brain started spinning as it always does and running in circles. And she finally came up with this design. And I don't know how, but Robin made it work. The Batman and cow print do look like they go together on this letter, and you did a fantastic job. So I'm so happy to see that your customer loved it. Wendy painted this beautiful sunflower design, and it says the Bjork Ranch on it. And every time I look at this, I just keep looking at all the different elements of it. So I love the style that she did the sunflowers in. I love the way she outlined these letters. I love the style of the letters. It's very unique. So great job, Miss Wendy. She said, I woke up to 2 orders for my sunflower door hanger this morning. That's awesome. Hey, Teresa. There's Miss Laura Davis. Laura's in the comments right now. She and her son Dalton got Painters Clubhouse Rockstar this past month, and I sent them each a t-shirt that says Painters Clubhouse Rockstar. So Laura's wearing the pink one, Dalton's wearing the blue one, and there you see them holding up some door hangers that they painted. This is something that they do together as a way to connect with each other and to kind of enjoy a hobby together. Her and Dalton have started painting door hangers, and I just love how it's really enriched their relationship. And like she said earlier over in the comments of this live, Dalton's girlfriend and her mom are coming over, I think she said tonight, and they're going to be painting those kids' pumpkin pups together. So that's a great thing for them to do together, to enjoy some time together. I love it. Can't wait to see photos of that as well. So these are some things that we do in the clubhouse. Aside from painting tutorials, we have weekly powwows, which is very similar to what we're doing right now. A weekly powwow is something I do on Fridays generally. I go live and I have slides like this that share photos of things you might have missed in the clubhouse. And it's a way for us to kind of celebrate our wins. It's a way for us to kind of share inspiration. So if you're a busy person and you're like, there ain't no way I can keep up with another Facebook group. I know I've thought that before. This is a great way for you to feel like you're in touch with the clubhouse, is to just join us during our weekly powwows and see what the clubhouse is creating. And you're going to leave feeling inspired by something somebody has painted. So that's something we do on Fridays. And then we have our rock stars of the month. Like I said, Laura and Dalton were our rock stars this past month. And that is just chosen based on who is posting a lot in the group, who's commenting a lot. We look at our analytics for the group and we see who has been very active. And that's usually our next rock star of the month. We also do Zoom paint parties, and you see everybody waving at the camera there in that little picture. It's a way for you guys to connect with each other. If you're a clubhouse member and you want to get to know some of our other clubhouse members, hop on there. And this is also a great way to get to know some other people who might be coming to an event like Southern Adornments Live. You can kind of meet them on Zoom in a clubhouse paint party and get to know them before you even meet them in person. So it's going to just make your clubhouse experience that much richer. And then, of course, we do Happy Mail giveaways from time to time, and that's always fun too. Everybody loves a little Happy Mail. I want to take a quick minute to welcome some of our new PC sisters. We've got Ruth Euro, Wendy Sternadel, Teresa Cleaver, and Lauren Epps. They have all been active in the clubhouse lately, and I want to welcome them. They joined probably back at the beginning of July. And then, as promised, I gave you guys a sneak peek at what's coming in the month of August. So this is what we have coming up. I'm going to be remixing this cute little scarecrow. And I'm going to be incorporating a different element into him. And I'll be talking about that in the Clubhouse here in a bit. I'm going live in the Clubhouse next after I finish this live. And we'll be talking about what's going to be in the August companion pack. So if you have no idea what a companion pack is, it's essentially a box we ship out once a month to people who want companion pieces to the tutorials that we're doing. So normally, most of our members cut out their own pieces by hand using a scroll saw or jigsaw, or they have a laser. But for our members who aren't able to do that, we put together these companion packs, and they have the wood pieces in them that so that they can follow along with the tutorials and have the piece there for them. So there's a piece that I'm going to be putting in with the scarecrow in August that you guys are going to love. It's a piece of fabric that I've picked out to incorporate into his hat. And so I think it'll be a really fun project. We're going to be doing that next month. And then we've got a guest coming in, Miss Beth Eaton. She's going to be teaching how to do this beautiful thankful pumpkin. And the pumpkin's going to have some 3D pieces. The word thankful, I believe, is 3D. And then the little pine cone and leaf thing at the top will be 3-dimensional as well. I'm going to try to start incorporating more 3D pieces into our projects. Let's see. And then we've got our fall workshop, Miss Henrietta, the little chicken popping out of the leaves there. You can see her hanging up here behind me as well. We're going to be teaching this one in August in our fall workshop. And so our Painters Clubhouse members get access to our fall workshops for free. So this will be our main tutorial for the month of August in the Painters Clubhouse. And so Clubhouse members, if you're a member right now, you can go and join the fall workshop group for free. There's nothing you have to do. Just click in there. And then, of course, once you're in there, if you want to buy the kit that we have, you can get that. Or you can just download your template and supply list as usual and join us on August 14th to start painting that. So if you're not a Painters Clubhouse member and you want to be, and you want to join us for this fall workshop, you can go and join Painters Clubhouse right now by going to paintersclubhouse.com. If you're not sure yet whether the Clubhouse is the right place for you and you just want to get your feet wet with maybe painting your first door hanger, go sign up for our fall workshop. I've got the link for that in the video description as well. You can sign up for it for just $10. We're going to give you the printable template that you can trace on a wooden round. You can get the wooden round from us. You can get it in a kit. You can go and grab it in your local craft store. As long as it's an 18-inch wood round, this little template will fit on it. And so you can print this out using multiple sheets of paper and tape them together. And then we're going to show you how to trace it onto your wood and how to paint this design. And I'm teaching it as if you have zero painting skills whatsoever. So we're going to make this super simple. We're going to break it down step by step for you so that you can follow along. All right. So as promised, I always like to stay on for a bit after our showcase is over to ask if anybody has any questions about door hangers, about the Painters Clubhouse, about the workshop, whatever you want to ask me about. So I'm going to take a drink of water and open up the floor for questions. So feel free to drop your questions in now. Hey, Miss Cindy. She said, welcome, ladies. You will love it. That's a Clubhouse member right there. Laura said, I can't wait for August items. Welcome to our new members. I appreciate that. Amy says, how much is the Painters Clubhouse? It's $47 a month. Or you can pay annually for $470 and get 2 months for free. My allergies are in full swing right now. I'm like trying to sniffle up. Hey, Teresa. Really says, oh, hang on. Sorry. We thought I activated her. Beverly says, after we take the class for the door hanger, can we do a paint party with it? Yes. I'm so glad you asked that, Beverly. So yeah, after you paint our little fall chicken here, if this is something you want to teach in an upcoming paint party, you are welcome to do so. You can just use your template again and again and trace it on the wood rounds and then have people over and teach it in a paint party. That's a great idea. I know some people get together and have a paint party and follow along with the live tutorials. So if you wanted to do that as well, you could. Robin says, the Batman and cow print was a lot of fun. I'm so glad that turned out well and that your customer loved it, Robin. You definitely made it work. Like, it looks like it goes together. It's awesome. Lisa says, if you're waiting to join, take the leap of faith. This is the best group. So supportive and creative. Thank you for that, Lisa. Hey, Tina. Dixie says, I love how our ladies are coming in with some encouragement. This is what's always happens in the clubhouse. There's always lots of encouragement. She says, if anyone's afraid of painting that chicken, don't be. Tamara makes it very easy. I know a lot of people were really intimidated to paint Lola, the Highland cow that we did in our spring workshop. This one's even easier than that. So I keep pointing this way because on the screen, it's on my left side, but it's flipped. It's over here. She's even easier than the Highland cow. So I think you guys will love it. No questions this morning? Only Amy and Beverly asked a question. We need more questions. What do you guys want to know about? Something else that we will be doing in the month of August after our workshop is over, the week after the workshop, I'll be going live each night to paint the same design 3 different ways. And so I'm looking forward to that as well. That will be here on my public Facebook page. And we'll be painting some pumpkins. So let me know what kind of techniques you would like for me to incorporate in these pumpkins for you guys to see. Oh, Laura said, joining the Painters Clubhouse was the best decision I've made. I appreciate that. Okay, great job. Shannon asked a question. She said, what all do you get with the monthly membership? Great question. So each month we give you at least 3 different tutorials. One is always a brand new one that I teach. Another one is one that a guest teaches that's brand new. And then the third one is usually a remix. Like I said, I take an old design and I make it new again. So you don't necessarily always get like a brand new template with that one unless the template is older and needs updating, maybe because some of our really old templates don't have like the inside lines in them. And so we update those when we do a remix on them. So you get the brand new, you get 3 templates, the 2 new ones, and then possibly a new remixed template, plus tutorials for all of those. Plus you get access to our entire library or membership area that has over 100 different templates in it. They have tutorials to go along with each one of those. Plus, I think at least 50 to 75 or more technique videos that are like different things, like how to do leopard print, how to use foil on a door hanger, things like that, things that you might want to incorporate into a project, even if you don't want to paint that particular project. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Plus there's a beginner's course that'll walk you through all the beginner's things that you need to know. Okay, Lisa is voting for foil. She wants me to incorporate foil into the door hanger. I'm thinking about that, Lisa. I need to come up with the right foil for the project, but I'm thinking about that. Ruth says, are the newer templates set for 18 inches? Yes. So all of our older templates from like spring and before may have like 20 inches as the largest size, but we've recently gone down to 18 inches being our largest size because it's just it fits on the wood better. It's cheaper to ship for you guys. It's just all around, it just makes more sense to do 18 inches. So if you have a template that is sized to 20 inches, all you have to do is do the math on the percentage decrease, right? So if you're normally printing at 100% scale, you can reduce it to fit on an 18 inch by reducing the print scale. And Lauren Martin's here. She's better at math than I am. Lauren, remind me how you reduce the templates to be the right scale. There's like a quick math problem. It's like you divide the size you have by the size you want, something like that. Did I say that right? Lauren says painting the design multiple ways is always one of my favorite things. I think so too. Oh, thank you, Robin. She says, Painters Clubhouse has given me the courage to step way out of my box. I absolutely love it. You'll learn so much and love it as well. I'm so proud of you, Robin. Shannon says, I vote for foil too. I like a little extra glitz and glitter. So here's what I'm thinking. I was thinking one night I would paint it just kind of basic, whimsical, like beginner level. And then another night I might do it a little bit more rustic with like some distressing, maybe even some splatter paint in there. And then night number 3, I was thinking we might go glitz and glam and use like foil and things that are like a little bit more blingy. So that's kind of the plan I've come up with, because that third night would be the most complex, the most difficult. And that's usually what I like to do. I like to start out night 1, beginner, night 2, intermediate, and night 3, more like expert level. Ange says, what's the name of your glasses? These are Larkin frames from Pear Eyewear. This topper is the multicolor tortoise, something like that. But yeah, the shape is called Larkin, Larkin. Okay. Lauren's helping me with the math. So if you're trying to adjust your template sizes, she said if you want 18 inches, then divide 18 divided by 20 equals 0.8 or 80%. Makes sense? So then instead of printing at 100% scale, you'd print at 80% scale. It seems so simple, but I never can remember the exact math. Una says, when you join PC, make sure you scout around through the site. She said there's tons of stuff there and pretty much anything you could possibly need to know. And we're always adding new stuff all the time. Laura says, will you ever have an event closer to Illinois? I don't know, Laura. I think we'll probably keep them toward the south simply because the mass majority of our customers are in the South area. So in the southern states. So between like Texas, Florida, Kentucky, like around this area, that is where the mass majority of my customers are. And so it wouldn't make sense for me to do one way up north if most of my customers are down south, unfortunately. Sheehan says, okay, I'm sold. All right, that sounds good. We'll do that probably the third week of August. That's when I'm planning on painting the same design 3 different ways. But the week before that, we're painting Henrietta in our fall workshop. So that'll be fun. All right, any other questions with you guys? If not, I'm going to end this live and I'll go live over in the Painters Clubhouse to show y'all what's going to be in the companion pack that month. Okay, guys, I'll let you go. I'll see you guys in the Clubhouse. Those of you who are Clubhouse members, we're going live over there in just a moment.